everyone. We're here today at Rolling Greens in Los Angeles, which is one of my favorite nurseries. It's so beautiful here. There's many types of plants here. So today we're talking about potting. Which plant goes with which container? We're going to talk about indoor plants versus outdoor plants, drainage or no drainage. So come with me. I'm going to introduce you to Pete Hyatt. He's Rolling Greens in-house landscape designer. So Pete, we're talking today about pots that don't need drainage. Can you tell us a little bit about these plants that we have here and these pots?
Yes, it's about getting the right plant, marrying it with the right pot. So there's certainly a lot of different types of containers in terms of the finish. We've got sandstone and cement and terracotta, and all those porous containers are very absorbent of water. So you want to make sure you put a plant in there that doesn't need a lot of water, or like a succulent type, something like that. What
is this particular plant that we have in here, and what kind of pot is that?
This one here is a cyclamen. So that comes in a range of different colors, and they are a very free draining plant. So they like to have a hole in the bottom. They don't like to sit in a vestibule of water. Sometimes you'll put like a liner in the bottom so that the plant can access water whenever it likes. They don't like that.
What about this container over here? I see that that's ceramic.
That's ceramic. So obviously that's not going to absorb any of the water that you put in there. See how that's kind of like a succulent-y feel? That's a kalanchoe. So that's going to actually retain moisture in its leaves. So it doesn't retain the moisture in the actual root system like a lot of plants do. It retains it here. So you can have it and it almost bloats up.
Great.
You know what I mean? Like after you've had a big meal and a lot of wine, when you feel that bloated feeling, that's exactly what the leaves feel like when they've had, a lot of water in them all the time. So they store the water there, which is why they need the water to run through, because they will keep drinking that water that's stored in the bottom up, and we don't want that because then they'll become waterlogged.
These are the pots that I'm most interested in, because these are the pots with no drainage. And I'm always looking for a pot at my house with no drainage, because one of the things that I hate is a pot at my house that I have to water and the water's going everywhere.
Yeah.
So, you're picking up the pot, you're bringing it into the kitchen. So I'm always looking for pots with no drainage. So tell me about the choices I can make for plants that I can put in pots with no drainage.
These plants are all perfect to go in pots that will continue to hold water, which basically means if you watered these every day for a week and they sat in the water, they'd be happy.
And what kind of plant is this?
This is a croton.
Okay.
So it's a very bright sort of tropically plant that you kind of need to like a loud plant. This is what I call a loud plant, because that's kind of, if you're going into the kitchen for your morning coffee, that's a bit of a slap in the face. You need to be someone who kind of wakes up pumped and excited to cop that colour in the morning, I think. If you're looking for something a bit,
fabulous.
Yeah, a bit more muted, that's a rhododendron.
And will that get bigger and bigger and bigger?
That'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. This one's a philospathum, which is a Madonna lily. So it has big white flowers on it. So these are all ones that are happy to sit, and this is a zania. They're all happy to sit in water. So basically,
we're looking for plants that sit in water.
Yeah. So the trick with these ones is you can't really overwater them. But like a lot of plants, they need consistency. So if you do water them, you can't be one of those people that thinks they water them all the time, but in actual fact, they're likely to skip a week or 10 days when they go.
This is the perfect example of no drainage pot with succulents. This is great for somebody that doesn't have to do maintenance every single week on watering.
Exactly. This is the kind of plant, a succulent arrangement that you can leave for a few weeks and have a little vacation from watering, and it's still going to love you and it's still going to look good in your home.
It's the perfect plant for me. Thank you for joining me here today at Rolling Greens with Pete Hyatt. We learned so much about planting options and containers. Don't forget to subscribe to my show. I really look forward to hearing from all of your comments, and thank you so much for your support. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Hi everyone, this is Tobi. We're here at my beach house in Malibu. We're shooting behind the scenes today with Lonnie Magazine.